Hello, everyone. Schooner number 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 7-7 Oakland Athletics taking on the 7-5 Chicago White Sox. And this is game 2 of a 2-game series between the A's and the White Sox. And here is the starting lineup for the Oakland A's. Leading off the right fielder, Travis Buck. Batting second, the second baseman, Mark Ellis. Batting third, the first baseman, Derek Barton. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the designated hitter, Mike Sweeney. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Emil Brown. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Bobby Cosby. Batting seventh, the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Chris Stefonia. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Donnie Murphy. On the mound for the White Sox, it is John Danks, who comes into the game with a 3.66 ERA. No wins, one loss. He's pitched 12 and 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 3 walks. We're here at U.S. Cellular Field, which gives a +1 to strikeouts and a -1 to walks. And with that, the home plate umpire dusts off home plate, and we're ready to walk. Travis Buck batting a .268, and here's the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-13. That is an 8. Struck him out. So 1 away, and let's take a look at the defense for the Chicago White Sox. Out there in left field, we've got Quinton. Center field, Ramirez. Dye is going to be out there in right field, going around the horn. Creed is on third. Cabrera playing short. Ozuna's on second. Swisher at first. Hall behind the plate, and Danks is on the mound for the White Sox. Mark Ellis batting a .333. Here's the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-9. The 11 is too high. So we roll for Ellis. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be an S6. It's a single past Cabrera. And with that, Mark Ellis gets on with a single. Infield comes to double play depth. The strategy roll is a 9. Every time we have a base runner on, we're going to roll for strategy. So in this case, we have a 9. A's holding off. Infield at double play depth as Derek Barton comes up. Barton batting a .122, and here's the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-10. The 18 is too high. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Quinton. And out number 2. Anytime we have 2 outs in an inning, base run rating will get a +1. Mike Sweeney up. Sweeney batting a 100. Strategy rolls a 13, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Hit by pitch ranges at a 1-6. John Danks gives a -5 to that. It is going to be an 11 on a 1-6. Nothing there. Sweeney getting out of the way. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is going to be a single past Creed, and that is, we take a look at the left-hand side. Due to the batter's card being a left-handed batter, it's an S5. If he was a right-handed batter, it would be a G5. So with that, Sweeney will get on with a base hit, and that's going to put runners on second and first. And Ellis would advance to third, go from first to third. With a base run rating of a 6, a 3, he gets the stop sign. And then is going to bring up Emil Brown. Brown batting a 195. Strategy roll is a 12, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 2. So it's 3-2. Column 3, row 2. That's going to be a blank. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 12. A's holding off. Runners on first and second. Column 6, row 3. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Ramirez. And that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the A's. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off, the first baseman, Nick Swisher. Batting second, the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera. Batting third, the right fielder, Jeremy Dye. Batting fourth, in the cleanup position, the designated hitter, Paul Corneco. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Joe Creed. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Carlos Quinton. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Alexi Ramirez. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Pablo Ozuna. And batting ninth, the catcher, Toby Hall. On the mound for the A's, it is Dana Everland. Everland pitched 14 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, 8 walks, no ERA, no wins, no losses yet. And here is the first pitch to Nick Swisher. Swisher batting a 222. And that's going to be 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a blank. Swisher right now batting right-handed. And that's going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6, line drive to Ellis. And that is out number 1. 1 away. Let's take a look at the defense for the Oakland Athletics. Out there in left field, we've got Brown. DeFornia will play center. Buck out there in right field going around the horn. Murphy's on third. Cosby's at short. Ellis is on second. Barton at first. Suzuki is behind the plate, and Everland is on the bump. Orlando Cabrera batting a 267, 1 out, and here's the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4, home run chance. Now, a home run chance, home HR question mark. We first take a look at the pitcher's card. It's a range of a 1 to 18. It passes on the pitcher's card. Now, we're going to roll on Orlando Cabrera's card. If it comes up a 4 or less, it's a home run. The 12 is too high. Column 5, row 5, and that is going to be a ground ball to Murphy. That's a G5. Dana's a left-handed bat pitcher. We're going to look at the left-handed side of the slash for right now. And 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, Jeremy Dye batting a 227, and here's the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 9. That's a 2. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. After 1, we're tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. Bobby Cosberry, Kurt Suzuki, Chris DeFornia due up. Bobby Cosberry batting a 162, and here's the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. We have a 1 to 8. That's going to be an 8. Struck him out. So 1 away. That's going to bring up Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki batting a 239. Here's the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field for this play. 4-6, column 4, row 6. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Quinton. And 2 away. Chris DeFornia up. DeFornia batting a 237. Here's the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Line drive back to Danks. Will make that catch and retire the side. He'll take it, throw it over to first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning as the White Sox to retire the Athletics in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Paul Corneco, Joe Creed, and Carlos Quentin due up for the White Sox. Paul Corneco, he's batting a .213, and here's the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a blank. And the reason that's a blank is Paul Corneco is a right-handed batter. We look at the right-handed side on the pitcher's card for the result. 3-2, column 3, row 2, double star 4. Ground ball to Cosby. We look at the 4 line on that, the 4th over on that, double star 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to Cosby. Go make the catch, throw it over to Barton for out number 1. 1 away, that's going to bring up Joe Creed. Creed batting a .295, and here's the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4, that's going to be a blank. We roll on Creed's card. 3-2, column 3, row 2, fly ball out there to center field. DeFornio will go back and makes the catch, 2 away. Carlos Quentin batting a .472. Here's the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a walk. It's a walk result on a 1-18. The 6 is in range, and that's going to be a walk for Carlos Quentin. So with Carlos Quentin on, we're going to roll for strategy. First thing we do, strategy rolls a 12, the White Sox holding off. And here's the pitch to Alexi Ramirez. Ramirez batting a .250. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. That's a 2. Struck him out. So the A's make quick work of the White Sox. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom. After 2, we're tied at 0. We go to the top of the 3rd. It's going to be Donnie Murphy, Travis Buck, and Mark Ellis due up for the A's. Donnie Murphy batting a .167, and here's the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. At the ballpark, anytime we get the at symbol, we go to the ballpark card. In this case, we're going to take a look at U.S. Cellular Field. We're going to roll off the ballpark card for this play. Column 5, row 5. 5-5 is an S+9. So with an S+9, it starts off as a single out there into right field, but now we have a chance on an S+ result. And here's how the S+ results work. All runners will advance 2 bases regardless. Roll 1d6 versus VR plus the outfielder arm. So Dye's arm is a +1. The base run rating is a 2 for Donnie Murphy. So we add the 1, so that's where we get the +3. If the roll is less than or equal to, the batter is safe with a double. If the roll is higher than the base run rating, it's a single and you'll hold at first. Otherwise, if we roll a 6, he's thrown out at second. The ball will beat him to the bag. In this case, we have a 3. He takes that single and stretches it into a double. So Donnie Murphy is leads off with a double, and we go to the top of the order. Travis Buck, who's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Strategy rolls a 3 with the infield at normal depth, and here's the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That is going to be a walk result. We look on the left-handed side. Travis Buck is a left-handed batter. With our range is a 1, the 5 is too high. Out of the range, column 4, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball to Quentin, 4-3. So one away as Quentin will go back, makes the catch. Mark Ellis is up. Ellis is batting is 1-for-1 today. Strategy roll is an 8, and here's the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1-9, the 14 is too high. Outside of the range, so we're going to roll for Mark Ellis. 2-5, column 2, row 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Ozuna. And on a ground out, runner on second. Runners will advance and balls hit to first, second, or the catcher. In this case, Donnie Murphy is on second. Ozuna will make the play, toss it over to first. However, Murphy will go to third. 2 outs, and the A's have a runner in scoring position. Derek Barton is up. Barton is 0-for-1. Strategy roll is a 9. Infield at normal depth. A's holding off on Strad, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout, so 4-5. Column 4, row 5. And that's going to be on a 1-10 range. That's a 5. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the A's. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Pablo Ozuna, Toby Hall, and Nick Swisher due up for the White Sox. Pablo Ozuna is batting a 200, and here's the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a range play at the ballpark. So once again, we go to the U.S. Cellular Field card, the ballpark card, and we're going to roll off of that. Column 5, row 5, that's going to be an S9. Once again, we're going to go out there to Travis Buck. Before we do anything else, we're going to check for his range. His range is on a 1-3. We're going to roll for the range. That's a 2. It's in range. He'll make the catch. And out number 1. And that is a fly out, and that's going to bring up Toby Hall. Toby Hall batting a 250, and here's the pitch. 1 away, nobody on, and that's going to be 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Brown. That is out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and we go to the top of the order. Nick Swisher is 0-for-1. Here's the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6, possible error on a throw. So ET with a question mark. It's a possible error on a throw. So we'll resolve the error rating after we resolve the play here. 4-1, column 4, row 1, and that's going to be a ground ball to Murphy. Murphy's error range, that's the number in the brackets there, is a 1-4. That's going to be a 7. No error there, and that's going to retire the side. So the Oakland A's retire the White Sox in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors. It's 3 up, 3 down. After 3, we're still scoreless. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Mike Sweeney, Emil Brown, and Bobby Cosby due up for the Oakland A's. Mike Sweeney, 1-for-1, and here's the pitch. Sweeney, 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a range play at the ballpark card. We go to U.S. Cellular Field. We're going to roll off the ballpark card. Column 5, row 2, ground ball back to Hall. And Hall's range is on a 1-2. That's going to be a 1. He'll make the catch. He has to go back, takes off his helmet, sees it pop up, goes back, makes the catch right on the logo, and 1 away. Emil Brown is 0-for-1, and here's the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout result. We roll all 3 dice at once, so the D20 will tell us we're in range of that. That's the range number we're looking at, and it's on a 1 to 8. That's a 6. It's in range. Struck him out. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up Bobby Cosby. Cosby is 0 for 1 with the strikeout, and here's the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2, home run on a 1 to 6. The 12 is too high. 5-3, column 5, row 3, and that's going to be a ground ball back to Danks. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on. It's 3 up, 3 down as the White Sox retire the A's in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Orlando Cabrera, Jeremy Dye, and Paul Cornecco due up for the White Sox. Orlando Cabrera is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. So with that, Cabrera fouls it off into the stands, and a lucky fan will get that ball today, and we're going to re-roll the dice. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's going to be a walk result. On a 1 to 13, the 15 is too high. So no walk there. We're going to roll on Cabrera now. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a double star 5. We'll take a look above the number 5, and that we find out that that's going to be a fly ball to center field. DeFornia comes in a little bit, sees it, and makes the catch. 1 away. Jeremy Dye is up. Dye is 0 for 1 with the strikeout, and here's the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1 to 9, the 13 is too high. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a ground ball to Murphy. And that is out number 2. 2 away, Paul Cornecco due up. He's 0 for 1. He's batting 0 for 1 today, and here's the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1 to 8, the 14 is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Buck. Buck goes back a little bit and makes the catch. So the Oakland A's retire the White Sox in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4, we're still tied at 0. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Kurt Suzuki, Chris DeFornia, and Donnie Murphy due up for the A's. Kurt Suzuki is batting 0 for 1 today, and here's the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a possible error on a throw. So we'll look at the bracket the numbers in the brackets. Column 1, row 3. It's a fly ball to Dye, and that's going to be out number 1. Dye making the catch there, no error. Chris DeFornia is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a hit by pitch result. And Chris DeFornia's hit by pitch rating is a 5. Remember, John Danks gives a -5. The 20 is too high. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a double star 4. We'll look above the number 4. It's a ground ball to Cabrera. And that is out number 2. The double star line is the auto outline. Don Murphy is up. Donnie Murphy is 1 for 1. He has a double on the day, and here's the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a range play at the ballpark. Column 2, row 1. It's going to be pop up to Hall. And Hall's ranges on a 1-2. That's a 4. It's a foul ball as that goes back into the stands behind home plate. And we're going to re-roll. We're going to re-pitch the ball. So it's a repitch. On a repitch, we're going to re-roll everything. Column 1, row 6, that's going to be a walk result. On a 1-12, the 20 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2, that's going to be a single out there past center field, past Ramirez. As it plops down and just rolls, Ramirez will get that, toss it back in, and 1 on. Top of the order, Travis Buck is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. 1 on, strategy roll is a 10, and here's the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6, that's going to be a strikeout result on a 1-13. That's a 3, it's in range, struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the A's. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Joe Creed, Carlos Quinton, and Alexi Ramirez due up. Joe Creed is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 8. The 10 is too high. It's a 1-8 range. The 10 is outside of that range. 4-5, column 4, row 5. It's going to be a pop-up to Ellis. Evelyn pointing up. Ellis sees it, makes the catch, 1 away. Carlos Quinton walked his last time up, and here's the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a range play. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Pop up to Ellis. Once again, we'll check Ellis's range this time. Ellis's range is in a 1-4. That's going to be a 4, and he'll make the catch. Once again, Evelyn pointing up to where the ball is going to be. Ellis waves off Barton and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Alexi Ramirez is 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a blank. We'll go to Ramirez. 4-6, column 4, row 6. And that's going to be a fly ball to DeFornia. And that is going to be out number 3. So the A's retire the White Sox in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's 3 up, 3 down after 5. We're still tied at 0. We got a pitching duel going on here in Chicago. We go to the top of the 6. It's going to be Mark Ellis, Derek Barton, and Mike Sweeney due up for the A's. John Danks can face 5 more batters before he's considered tired. Mark Ellis, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's an error, possible error on a ground ball. 4-4, column 4, row 4. It's a fly ball to die. And that's going to be out number 1. 1 away, and Derek Barton will come up. Barton is 0 for 2 with the strikeout, and here's the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. At the ballpark, once again, we'll go to the ballpark card, U.S. Cellular Field. 2-3, column 2, row 3, HR8. And that's going to be a fly out to center field. The range was too high for the home run. So 2 away. Mike Sweeney is up. Sweeney is 1 for 2, and here's the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a foul ball, and Sweeney will foul that off into the stands. And once again, the lucky fan will get that ball. So we're going to re-roll the dice. Nobody on, so we don't take care of the wild pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. That's going to be a 1. The 14 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a ground ball to Ozuna, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on. It's 3 up, 3 down as the White Sox have a 1-2-3 inning, an easy inning to score. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Pablo Ozuna, Toby Hall, and Nick Swisher due up for the White Sox. Pablo Ozuna is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 3-4. And Dana can face 9 batters before he's considered tired. Column 3, row 4. That's going to be a blank. 5-2, column 5, row 2, and that's going to be a single pass buck. And with that, Pablo will get on with leads off with a base hit. Well, Dana was perfect through 5 innings. Through 5 no-hit innings, and finally the White Sox were able to break through on that. Toby Hall is up. Hall is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. By the way, strategy roll is a 6 with the infield at double play depth. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1-2, the 3 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3, fly ball out there to Buck. And that's going to be out number 1. 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. The order switches over. Nick Swisher is 0 for 2 today. Strategy roll is a 7 with the infield still at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Nick Swisher. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a double question mark. We'll take a look here. Right-handed batter. It's an S1 on a 1-18. That's going to be a 4. The question mark is the only one we look at when, because of it being in the brackets, even when he's not tired. So it's going to be a single. For that. And with that, we have a base hit. So runners now on first and second with Ozuna going to second. He'll get the whole sign. He would have gone from first to third with a base run rating of a 4-6. His base run rating is a 3, and he'll stand. And that is going to bring up Orlando Cabrera. Cabrera is 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. 1 out with runners on first and second, infield at normal depth. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1-7, the 16 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be to Cosby. And we'll roll for a double play. On a 1, it's the second base. On a 2 through, on a 1, it's the first base. 2 through 3, it's going to be the second base. And no double play. And 2 away. So runners on first and second with the base run ratings for both of those guys going to 4. And Jeremy Dye comes up. Dye is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 2. White Sox holding off. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a range play. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a double to DeFornia. That's a line drive to center field. DeFornia's range is on a 1-3. That's a 3. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the White Sox after 6. We're tied at 0. We go to the top of the 7th, It's Emil Brown, Bobby Cosberry, and Kurt Suzuki due up for the A's. They're going to leave John Danks in. He can face two more batters. Most probably, this is going to be his last inning. White Sox bullpen is warming up. Emil Brown going to take the hit here. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a blank. 3-5, column 3, row 5, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Ramirez. And Ramirez will make the catch, one away. Bobby Cosberry's 0 for 2 with the strikeout, and here's the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. At the ballpark, we're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a question mark 7. That's a power hit to Quinton. And that's going to be a 5. On a 1-4, we'll take a look at the H question mark line on the card. That's what's shown up here. On a 1-4, it's a single. On a 5-9, it's a double. On a 10-14, if it was within home run range, it would be a home run. And then on a 15-20, it's a fly ball out. We have a 5, so therefore it is a double for Cosberry. So Cosberry on with the double. That's going to bring up Kurt Suzuki. Jonathan Danks tired. Kurt Suzuki is up. Suzuki is 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 16, and here's the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a range play. So we're going to be checking that first number, 4-4, column 4, row 4. It's going to be a ground ball to Cabrera. Cabrella's range is on a 1-4. That's a 5. It goes right through his legs. That's going to be a single for Suzuki. And with that, Cosberry goes to third, and the A's have a runner now 90 feet away from home. They're going to leave They're going to leave Danks in. See what he does here. Cristofornia, he's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. The strategy roll is a 15. A's holding off. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a walk result. And on a 1-9, the 14 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Ground ball to Cabrera. Are we going to try to score him? Yes, we are. They're going to send Cosberry. And will the defense go for the double play? They're going to go for the double play. So with that, Cosberry will score. And we'll take a look here for Suzuki. Suzuki's base run rating is a 3. We have a 3 here for the ground double play, plus the 1. And it's hit to G6. So Cabrera and Ozuna. Ozuna's going to be the pivot on that. And that is to second base. So with that, they will get Suzuki out at second. Roll greater than. Runner on first base. It's a force out at second. That's a 3. The die roll is a 5. It's going to be a force out for Suzuki. And with that, Defornia is on. And with that, Jonathan Danks is done. So with that, Jonathan Danks is going to get pulled for the White Sox. We have a right, left, right coming up for Chicago. And they're going to bring in Earnhardt Weisselman. That's his card. So Weisselman will come into the game. Comes in the game with an ERA of a 20.77. They're just going to try to have him close out the inning here. He went 1 1/3 inning, allowed 4 hits, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, no wins, no losses on his record. Taking a look at the stats for Jonathan Danks, he went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, an ERA of a 2.84. So with that, the A's are on the board. It's 1-0. DeFornia will get the steals attempt. That's going to be a 4, and he'll go over to second. Donnie Murphy is 2 for 2 with a double, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-5, column 2, row 5, possible error on a ground ball. 2-1, column 2, row 1, fly ball out there to die. And sing, take me out to the ball game. And that will retire. So as we head into the 7th inning, it's going to be 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the A's. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Paul Cornico, Joe Creed, and Carlos Quinton do up for the White Sox. So let's take a look at the box score of the game after 6.5 innings have been played. Oakland getting the only run in this game so far in the 7th inning. It's run on 6 hits with no errors. Chicago, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Donna staying in. He's going to face off against Paul Cornico, Joe Creed, and Carlos Quinton. Paul Cornico 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Ground ball to Barton. And that is out number 1. 1 away, and Joe Creed will come up. Creed is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. It's going to be a possible error. 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's going to be an S9. It's a single out there in the right field to Buck. No error there. Buck's error range is a 0. That's a 9. And with that, Joe Creed will get on with a base hit. So infield going to come in. We have a strategy roll over 2. All right, if it's +2 from the ATT rating, it's going to be a hit and run. In this case, Creed's ATT number is a 1. That's going to be a 2. It's a hit and run attempt. Now, a hit and run works like this. All ground double play ratings get a -2. All base run ratings will get a +2. All home run and walk ratings will cut in half. We round those down. All lineouts, so if it's an L number, are considered double plays, and if the batter strikes out, we're going to resolve it as a steal. Infield coming in. Carlos Quinton is 0 for 1 with a walk. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. 5-1. That's a 10. That's going to be a 1-10. That's a 10. Struck him out. Joe Creed going to second. Suzuki takes it, throws it to Ellis. Ellis will tag the plate, and he gets caught stealing at second. It's a strike him out, throw him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and none left on after 7. It's Oakland 1, Chicago nothing. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Travis Buck, Mark Ellis, and Derek Barton due up for the A's. And we do have a couple changes going on to the defense. Out there in right field, Jeremy Dye is going to get pulled, and they're going to bring in Dwayne Rise. Rise will take over at right field, and at first base, Nick Swisher. Paul is the DH. So we really can't have and Paul will stay where he is. So the only changes out there is to Wise. Wise will take over at right field. So with that, Eric Wisselman will stay in the game. He can face 3 more batters. It's no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top of the 8th. Travis Buck, Mark Ellis, Derek Barton due up. Top of the order for the A's, column 3, row 6. 3-6, that's going to be a walk. On a 1-8, that is a 3, and that is going to be a walk. So with that, Travis Buck will get on at first. Strategy roll is a 9, and Mark Ellis will come up. Ellis is 1 for 3, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4, at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field for this play, and here's the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a double star 5, and that is going to be a ground ball to second base. We'll look above the number 5. It's to Ozuna. And with that, that is going to be a roll of a 3. Buck's base run rating is a 1. He'll get tagged out at second. And Ellis will be on with a fielder's choice. So they're going to bring the corners in. It's a hit and run attempt. So remember, on a hit and run, all ground double play ratings is a -2. Base run ratings will get +2. Home runs and walks are cut in half. Lineouts are considered double plays, with the exception of the error on a throw. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve it as a steal. Derek Barton is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. Possible error. 5-3, column 5, row 3. Ground ball to Swisher. Swisher's error range is on a 1-3. That's going to be a 4. No error there. And with that, it's a ground out with a runner in first. Ellis will go to second. And he goes to second because the 3 is less than the 4, but higher than the ground double play. So how that works is this. On the die roll, if the number is higher than the ground double play rating, but lower than the base run rating number, the runner does advance with the out being taken place at first. If it was higher, Ellis would have been thrown out at second, and it would have been a fielder's choice. So with that, Ellis will go to second, and with that, Wisselman is considered tired. However, they only need 1 more out, so they are going to leave him in. Mike Sweeney is 1 for 3, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 3. The A's holding off. 1-1 is at the ballpark. Column 1, row 1. At the ballpark, we're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field for this play. 3-1, column 3, row 1. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And 1 left on after we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Alexi Ramirez, Pablo Ozuna, and Toby Hall due up for the White Sox. We do have a field change at first. Derek Barton coming out. And they're going to bring in Wes Bankston to come in. Bankston will take over at first. And that is the only change to the A's defense. And they are going to leave Dana in. Alexi Ramirez is 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. However, the bullpen for the A's is warming up. It's Alexi Ramirez, Pablo Ozuna, and Toby Hall due up. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a possible error on a throw. 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's going to be a single out there to Buck. no error range. Buck is a 0. That's a 6. 6 is too high. It's a throwing error, only applicable if we're rolling for runner advancement, otherwise no error. And with that, Ramirez is on with a base hit, leads off with a base hit. So they're going to leave Ramirez in. Strategy roll of a 20. Anytime a 20 comes up on the strategy die, it's a pickoff attempt. On a 1, it's going to be a balk. On a 2 through 3, it's a pickoff. It's a 13. It's too high. Here's the pitch to Pablo. Pablo is 1 for 2. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout result. That's a 5. The 18 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a ground ball to Cabrera. And that's going to be a double play. That's a +1 from the ground double play rating. We'll take a look at the pivot. That's going to be a Zuna. So that's going to be second base. That's going to be a 3. It's a 6-4-3 double play. And with that, Toby Hall will come up. 2 out. It's on a 6-4-3 double play. Hall 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1-2, the 12 is too high. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a single. And Toby Hall is on with a base hit. And we go to the top of the order. So with that, they are going to bring in Brian Anderson. Actually, yeah, they're going to bring in Brian Anderson to pinch run here for the catcher. As we go to the top of the order, Nick Swisher, 1 for 3. Strategy roll is a 7, 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch, 6-6. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 12. On a 1-12, that's a 5. Struck him out. So, and with that, we do have a new catcher, and they're going to bring in Paul Phillips to catch. So Paul Phillips will come in to catch. Aaron Hearn Reiselman is done for the White Sox. And they're going to bring in Matt Thornton. Actually, they're going to bring in, Matt Thornton. That's his card. So Thornton will come into the game with a 6.28 ERA. He's got no wins, no losses. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So with that, it's no runs, 2 hits, and no errors as we go after 8. It's Oakland 1, Chicago 1, nothing. We go to the top of the 9th. Will the A's be able to find some? Will we see some 9th inning magic? That's fine. Let's see. We'll take a look at the box score of the game so far after 8 innings have been played. Oakland scoring the only run in the 7th inning. It's 1 run on 6 hits with no errors. Chicago, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. And Horton will have to face off against Emil Brown, Bobby Cosberry, and Kurt Suzuki. Matt Thornton, let's take a look at the stats here for Wasserman. He went 1 1/3 innings, only allowed one walk, an ERA of a 10.0. Emil Brown, here's the pitch. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And they are not going to let him take the hit. And he is left. So they're going to bring in Ryan Sweeney to pinch it. Ryan Sweeney will come in to pinch hit, and here's the pitch. Sweeney batting a 167. 2-5, column 2, row 5 is at the ballpark. We're going to go to the ballpark card, 6-1. Column 6, row 1, that is a blank. Anytime a blank shows up on the ballpark card, it is considered a rare play. So let's see what happens on this rare play. And it's a slow roller to first base who possibly bobbles it, then throws wild to first, resolved by rolling against the first baseman's error range for the bobble, then for the throw. It's a throwing error on Wes Bankstone. So it's an E3. It's a throwing error. It's a two-base error. And with that, Sweeney will go to take second on a throwing error with that. And next up, so Ryan Sweeney is on. And that is going to bring up Bobby Cosby. Cosberry is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a run. And here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-6. Column 4, row 6, range play. 6-3, column 6, row 3, ground ball to Ozuna. Ozuna's range is on a 1-3. That's going to be a 4. It's out of his range. That's going to be good for a base hit. And it goes past him. So Cosby is on. Sweeney goes to third. He'll go from second to home on a 2-6. That's a 2. He's waved home. He'll slide in and beat the throw. So it's an RBI single for Bobby Cosberry as the A's take a 2-0 lead. And next up, it's going to be Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki is 1 for 3 today with a runner on first, infield at double play debt. And here's the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a wild pitch. On a 1-8, it's a wild pitch. On a 9-10, it's a passed ball. If it's 11-12, nothing happens. That's a 12, nothing happens. 1-5, column 1, row 5, and that's going to be good for a base hit past Weiss as it'll drop down in front and roll to him. So we do have and we'll roll for runner advancement. The lead runner, that's a 6, so on a 6, we'll check the secondary roll of the 6 chart. That's this chart here. We'll check the 3. Lead runner thrown out, but if the trailing runner's BR is greater than or equal to, he'll advance on the throw. So Cosberry is thrown out at third. Weiss will throw to Creed. Bobby slides, and the umpire calls him out. Suzuki will advance to second. And the reason he will advance, his base run rating is a 3. That is a 3 on the die roll. It's equal to. On that. So if the trailing runner's BR is greater than or equal to the die roll, he will advance on the throw. So 1 out, and that's going to bring up Cristofornia. He's 0 for 3 today with an RBI, and here's the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be a wild pitch. So once again, on a 1 to 8, it's a wild pitch. On a 9 through 10, it's a passed ball. It's a 16, it's too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a base hit once again out there to Weiss. And that'll drop in front of him. Suzuki will go to third. Suzuki will come home. If roll is less than or equal to, that is a 3. The base run rating is a 4. And the A's take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 9th. Matt Thornton, they're going to come out and pull him. Thornton is done, and they're going to bring in Boone Logan. That's his card. The White Sox thought they could probably end the inning, but the A's bats have awakened. Boone Logan, he's pitched 3 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits and 4 strikeouts, no walks, no wins, no losses. Taking a look at the stats here from Matt Thornton. Thornton went 1/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run. And that's going to be an ERA of a 7.66. And here is the pitch to Donnie Murphy, with the infield still at double play depth. 1-5, column 1, row 5, range play. 3-4, column 3, row 4, double star 5. And that is going to go out there to Quinton. Quinton's range is on a 1 to 3. He goes back. The range is a 5. It drops. He missed it. That's going to be a double. So we roll for the range. It's on a 1 to 3 would be he makes the catch. 4 to 6. It's high. It's a fail. Excuse me there. And now we'll roll to see if it's a single or a double. On a 5 to 6, it's a double. And with that, DeFornio will go to third. He'll get the hold sign, and we go to the top of the order. Travis Buck is 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Power hit to Ramirez. On a 16, that's a triple. So on a 16 to 17, it's a triple. So we'll roll the D20 on a power, on a question mark 8. And that's how we get the triple. And that is a ground error. Ramirez's error range is a 16. That's going to be a 14. It's a ground error. It's a 1-base error by the center fielder. And that is an inside the park home run. It's 6-0 Oakland. On an inside the park home run by an error by Alexi Ramirez. And Travis Buck is able to scoot all the way home. Mark Ellis is up. Ellis is 1 for 4, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a double question mark. It's a single on a 1 to 18. He's a right-handed batter. And Mark Ellis is on with a base hit. Wes Brickstone is up. This is the first time we're seeing him. He's played in 5 games, had 2 at-bats, no runs, no average just yet. 2-1, column 2, row 1. On a 1 to 18, once again, that's going to be a single. That's a 10. And that is going to be a single. Ellis will go to second and get the hold sign. And Boone Logan is going to come out of this game, and they're going to bring in DJ Carousel. They had to go through 3 pitchers in this 1 inning alone, trying to get these 2 outs. Carlson will come in. He's with an ERA of a 4.86. He's got pitched 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And Mike Sweeney is up, and here's the pitch. Sweeney, 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 2-6, column 2, row 6. It's a double star 2, ground ball to Creed. And let's see, it's hit at the third base. Will the defense try for the force at third? Yes, they are. They're going to go for the force. So with that, Ellis will get forced down at second. Actually, sorry. Ellis gets forced out at third. Weston will go to second. And with that, Mike Sweeney is on with a base hit with a fielder's choice. And we have batted around in this inning. Ryan Sweeney comes back to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout plus. On a strikeout plus, we add 10 plus the ballpark factor. In this case, we add 11 to that range on Sweeney's card. It's a 1 to 19. That's a 19. And they struck him out looking. So with that, left field, Ryan Sweeney will move into left field. It's 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Orlando Cabrera, Dwayne Rice, and Paul Cornetto due up. They're going to leave Dana in. Here's the pitch to Orlando Cabrera. 4-5, column 4, row 5, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field. Column 6, row 5. That's going to be a ground ball to Murphy. Murphy's range is on a 1 to 3. That's a 1. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Bankstone for out number 1. So 1 away, and that is going to bring up Dwayne Rice. Dwayne Rice is 0 for 0. He's batting a .667, and here's the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Home run chance on a 1 to 4. Dwayne being a left-handed batter, so that's where we look at the 1 to 4 range. The 19 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6, double star 4. It's a ground ball to Cosber, who'll make it, throw it over to Breakstone. And that is out number 2, and that's going to bring up Paul Cornetto. Cornetto is 0 for 3. And they are going to bring in Chris Gates to pinch it. They're going to try to keep the inning alive here. Chris Gates. Here's the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1, double. That's a strikeout plus. Remember, we add 11 to that number due to the ballpark factor. That's a 1 to 19. 16 in range. Struck him out looking. And the Oakland A's defeat the Chicago White Sox of a final score of 6-2. And they're mobbing Dana on the mound as he pitched a complete game shutout. And that's his first shutout game of the season. Final line score coming right up. It's no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on for Chicago. What a game this was. Final line score, Oakland defeats Chicago 6-0. It's 6 runs on 13 hits, no errors for the A's. Chicago, no runs, 5 hits, and they've only committed 2 errors. Dana Evelyn will pick up his first win and also his first complete game and shutout of the replay. John Danks will pick up his second loss. No home runs by either team in this game. Let's take a look at the stats here. Dana Evelyn went 9 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, no ERA. John Danks picks up his second loss. He went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, an ERA of a 2.84. DJ Carousel went 2/3 of an inning, had no earned runs, 1 strikeout, and an ERA of a 4.19. Boone Logan went allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, an ERA of a 4.87. So with that, the Oakland A's will improve to 8-7, and Chicago will drop to 7-6, and that will end the winning streak for the Chicago White Sox. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstiles. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when I go live with new videos, when new videos go live in the 2008 replay, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams videos. So until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.